This video presentation is dealing with social media and the National Weather Service, how you can better share weather information. A special thanks to the Paducah, Kentucky National Weather Service for helping with some of the slides in this presentation. So why use social media? Well, that's the way the world is moving. More information from many sources. We need to reach more people. Twitter has over 175 million registered users, and Facebook has over 500 million users and is growing every day. There's two main social media platforms. One is Twitter and one is Facebook. Twitter is used more for short messages and Facebook is used for longer messages. Twitter is growing in popularity in our region and Facebook already has a large following. Let's first talk about Twitter. Twitter uses what are called hashtags. A hashtag looks like this here. Some people call it the number symbol. For this presentation, we will refer to it and call it a hashtag. Think about a hashtag as a social media room where people interested in a topic can quickly gather information about what others are saying concerning that word or topic. Anyone can make a hashtag. A hashtag can be any word, organization, location, or person. Some example: hashtag weather, hashtag Red Cross, hashtag Paducah, hashtag Jim Cantori. When you tweet, you then use that hashtag. Everyone who is following that hashtag will see your message. An example, if you send out a message using hashtag weather and you say, "Can you believe this weather? It's so warm. What do you have planned for this weekend?" This is how that will show up on Twitter. You see there, this lady has sent out that message. She's also used the @ symbol and sent it to a particular person. So everyone using hashtag weather will then see your message and they can also reply back to you. How does this help the National Weather Service? Well, a group in Evansville, Indiana started hashtag Tri-State Weather. Monitoring this group during snowstorms has proven an effective way of retrieving snowfall reports. This reduced the need for the National Weather Service to call into the area to get information on road conditions and snowfall amounts. Since then, the National Weather Service has used hashtag Tri-State Weather to gather all sorts of weather information from media, local spotters, and the general public, including tornado and severe weather information. So what about quality control? Well, since these are public postings, they are self-correcting. People want to be followed and respected. Bad reports will hurt your integrity, thus hurt your followers, and you will lose followers. This is different than someone calling the National Weather Service office with a bad report where there may be no repercussions. So the expansion of Twitter rooms has exploded over the last few years, and the National Weather Service out of Paducah, Kentucky has expanded this to include hashtag NWSPAH, and that stands for National Weather Service Paducah. Your local office may have another hashtag name. They also have another one reserved for train spotters. In order to find that one out, you'll have to go through the training that the National Weather Service offers. So the results of this have been hundreds of people tweeting weather reports to the hashtag NWSPAH room. Examples from the room? Here's one of a shout out to the local National Weather Service office, especially hashtag NWSPAH and the Storm Prediction Center, thanking them for their hard work and dedication during a recent severe weather outbreak. Here's another tweet right here of some hail reported in northwest Owensboro. So you get the general idea how you can use Twitter of sending out messages. Remember the hashtag sign versus the @ symbol. If you use the hashtag sign, then your tweet will go out to everyone that follows you and to that particular hashtag room. But if you use the @ symbol, then your tweet will only go out to that individual group or person. You use the @ symbol to direct your tweet to one individual or one specific room. Example, @NWSPAH on March 5th, 2012 at 1:45 p.m. I have nickel-sized hail 5 miles north of Metropolis. That's just an example. It will show up on their tweet wall, but all of your followers won't automatically see that tweet because you've directed it at one particular room. Also, try to remember to include the date and time on your tweets. This helps keep down confusion when people retweet your message. Retweets can occur days afterwards, and without the date and time on there, it can become confusing as to just when that report was made. This is a work in progress. The National Weather Service and other agencies are still waiting to see how all of this will work with severe or near severe weather. The public usually does not know severe weather criteria, and this is why it's important for you to become a trained spotter. This can be done by attending one of the National Weather Service spotter training courses, either at a nearby location or through one of their webinars. You can also become a trained spotter by going to the METED site for online spotter training. Pause this video and write down this URL. When you get there, just type in Skywarn in the search box. What to report? Well, the Weather Service would like you to report large hail. Compare hail to coin sizes, dime, penny, nickel, quarter, half dollar. If it's larger, then you can say golf ball or baseball. The National Weather Service has asked us not to use the word marble to describe hail size, and this is because marbles come in different sizes. Also report damaging wind, tornadoes, flooded roadways, exact locations if possible. The Weather Service would prefer you not report tornadoes through Twitter or Facebook, but rather call their spotter hotline or local law enforcement and ask them to immediately relay the report to the National Weather Service. What not to report? Well, please don't say it's hailing here. We don't know the hail size, and we also don't know where here is. Let's look at a good example versus a poor example of a Twitter tweet. This first one is hashtag nwspah, the date and time, quarter-size hail falling in downtown Paducah. It lasted 5 minutes. That's a good report. An example of a poor report would be hashtag nwspah, it's hailing here. Again, we don't know where here is. So tell us the exact location, best you can. Use cities as reference points if possible. Tell us the time of the report, the direction the storm is moving if you know that. And remember to always put your safety first. Here's some examples of some more tweets that have been sent out over the past year. This first one showing golf ball to baseball size hail. The second one reports out of Madisonville about roof damage. And the last one is a tweet with some general weather information and some additional links there at the bottom. And that was sent out to a bunch of different hashtags. And you note you can send out to more than one hashtag at a time. Now, if you want to follow tweets, you need a software program, and a good software program is called TweetDeck. I like this program, I use it often, and you can follow multiple hashtags and see what's going on in the areas around you, and you can follow multiple hashtag names at once. So for example, this is what the software looks like on my computer, and on this one I'm following hashtag NWSPAH, I'm following Tri-State Weather, and I'm following Kentucky Weather. And you can see all of the different reports coming in to people that are tweeting to those rooms. Right there you see I've highlighted the rooms. You can also add more by clicking the plus sign, and you can add as many as you like. Another form of social media is Facebook. Most of you are familiar with Facebook, and the National Weather Service out of Paducah, Kentucky has their own Facebook page. When you go to Facebook, simply do a search for U.S. National Weather Service, Paducah, Kentucky. I've also included the URL down below here, and you can push pause and write that down. Here's an example of their page from a recent day, and you can see that one local meteorologist has posted that they were doing some NOAA weather radio programming. Note that you can ask questions and post comments on their page, but first you have to hit like at the top. Here's another example of some information that the National Weather Service posted on their Facebook page showing cold fronts and thunderstorms. And here's another example. You can see they have quite a few followers over here. And notice here they've posted some radar information about a heavy rain event. One person has liked that, and there is room for you to comment, or if you have a question you can ask it there. Many local media outlets also use Facebook during severe weather events. There's too many of them to mention here, but just do a search on Facebook for those pages, and I encourage you to follow them as well. If you have any questions, you can email me at bo.dotson@usawx.com. And I also want to say thank you again to the National Weather Service out of Paducah, Kentucky for helping with some of these slides.